Retirement. That's what we're all aiming at, right? But exactly what does that mean? It conjures up visions of endless days of golf, drinks with little umbrellas in them on a tropical beach, feet up, reading a book. Is that what it's all about? I don't think so. Life would get pretty dull after a while without anything meaningful to do, don't you think? I'm Jackie Doucette, and I'm on a mission to discover exactly what life is like beyond retirement. Join me while I chat with people who've already done it, who've retired to something rather than from something. Let's find out together exactly what's waiting for us when we say goodbye to that 9 to 5. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Beyond Retirement. I'm your host, Jackie Doucette, and today I have Sairan Aqrawi with me. Sairan's a civil engineer, she's a certified coach, and the founder of the Gem Thrive Academy. Originally from Iraq and now based in the United States, she brings a unique blend of technical precision and emotional intelligence to her work. By day, she leads engineering projects. By night, she helps midlife women discover their hidden gems, the talents and passions buried under years of career and caregiving. A powerful speaker in both English and Arabic, Sairan has shared her message around the world, empowering women to thrive in life's second act. Sairan, thanks for joining me today.
My pleasure, Jackie. So glad to be here.
So you've got a lot of things going on in your life. How did you end up doing what you're doing when you started out as a civil engineer?
Well, to go back about the pivot moment that why I decided to have a side business is all happened when I was finishing my master's degree with George Washington University. And I made the mistake thinking that, I'm finished master, why not doing the doctoral? That was a big mistake because I did not take any break and I started my doctoral program right away. That's when I started getting very tired. And in the middle of the first semester for my doctoral, the school asked me if I'm willing to speak with the group of younger engineer at the engineering school at GW. So I said, why not? Let me see how can I help. After I finished the session, the head of the Women in Engineering contacted me and she said, the girls loved you. I mean, they were really captivating about your advices and the roadmap you put up for them for, the real workforce for women in engineering. Do you happen to be a coach? I had no idea what she's talking about. I was like, I said, coach. I said, what does that mean? I thought she's talking about a sport coach. And she said, no, I'm talking about business and life coach. I said, I don't know what is that. I've always been in technology. So I'm not aware of the other side of the universe about emotional intelligence and communication and active listening. These are a little bit away from engineering mindset because I've been in engineering for a long time. So she made me curious. I went back and I checked the ICF and I found out there is a program being a certified coach. I fell in love with it. I started the exam. I've been certified after that, and I never finished my doctoral. And the rest is history. Yes.
So I mentioned the Gem Thrive Academy. What does that involve? What's a hidden gem?
Well, the term that I use about the hidden gem, it's I got inspired by Jack Canfield's success book when he talked about chapter 39, when he talked about focus on core genius. And Robert Greene also talked about it in his mastery book. He called it a life task or kind of like a life purpose. Each one of us, Jackie, we came to this world in order to complete a pieces of the puzzles. You finish one side, I finish the other side, and we all complete in the coexisting world. I feel and I believe strongly that each one of us has a hidden talent or a hidden gem that not necessarily we only born with it, but perhaps is that one thing that we really enjoy doing and something that it define us, something that it's built inside us in the core. And because of life taking us in phases, we get married, we raise kids, we take care of parents and in-laws. That's hidden gem and hidden talent kind of get muted. So kind of like we still have it, but it's there somewhere. And I feel especially for women, when we hit that 50, we always been scared about, oh, you get old, you're outdated, play it safe, don't try new things. The 50 kind of like the reflect stage that we think about our life. Said, okay, I done my job. I've been having good paycheck. I raised my children. I've been a good wife. Now what? That's it. My 50. It's the countdown. Is this a waiting room? It's not. It's a new frontier. When you are reaching that 50, you already accomplished so many lessons and wisdom along the way that no one can take that away from you, regardless in any area of life. You can be a teacher, you can be a doctor, you can be an engineer. All the event happen in your life, it's form who you are, it shape who you are. And when you hit that 50, it's your time to claim those advancement. It's time for you to claim those experience. If you're willing to have it as a side business, why not? Don't say it's too late. It's never late. You are right on the correct time.
And so how do you help someone who feels like, wow, I've reached 50. I've reached the halfway point and it's kind of all downhill from here. How do you help them change their minds?
The most important things I feel how they feel because I'm in my mid 50. So they are not talking with someone just hit 30. So I know what's 50 mean. I know what's mean when your kids grown and they drive their own car and they go out and they you invite them to dinner by text. I know all of that because I have two kids 18 months apart and my husband always travel, outside US. So instead of me calling myself crisis or empty nester, all these negative connotation that's only make us even more depressed. There is no need to say those things and emphasizes for those words that we've been hearing and no one told us they are not the correct statement for 50. So to answer your question, when a client book a 15 minutes complimentary with me, first of all, I have to make sure they are committed. With all respect, a lot of clients they come to vent. They are lonely. They want to speak with a friend. They want just to chat on that 15 minutes. Um, I come so bold, maybe because of my background is engineering. I dealt with concrete and steel and foundation. So I come really bold and not harsh, but very clear and ask them, what is the goal for this session? If the goal is for you to have a friend like me and chat with you, I'm not your friend. I'm not your cousin. I'm not someone that you study, during the college and we become, colleague at work or at school. I'm someone you hire and you paying money to take from A to B. I have to take you to the best version of yourself. And that's with your work, not by me being a magician and give you a pills or a manual that you can follow so you can reach your best version in 3 months. So I can tell because I done so many of those complimentary calls. I'm not saying I'm genius, but I can tell by now when you come to those complimentary calls if you really, really serious about making a change or you are here only to chat and just feel good. And when I know they are committed, that's when the 1 hour session will start. I give them 1 hour free because I want to explain the structure of the gym Thrive. I have to explain what the school about, why it's a mini VIP, why there is a 4 women addition to them, why we share the lessons between each others, and why is 90 days. It's not 3 weeks, it's not 5 weeks, because I have to go the 3 month. It's because there is a three pillars of the gem. There is a clarity, and there is a action, and there is a consistency. So for sake of your audience, I don't want to explain everything I do on the Gem Thrive. For anyone who mention your platform or mention your name, I can give them that 15 minutes complimentary, and I can see if they are really serious about making a change in their life.
That sounds great. But I think people would be interested to know a little bit more about the program in general. What it is that you're offering to see if it's something that they might be interested in.
Of course. So you will have different level of client come to you. So you will have client who are already clear about what they want to do. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you are in IT or you are in finance or you are in HR and you're about to retire, right? You're 57, 58, and you said, I'm thinking to have a side business. And I like to write books, or I like to be a speaker, or I like to do things knitting by hands. If you are clear, that's already taking care of the first phase. I just need to emphasize more on the clarity session on the 1 month, because sometimes we can be all over the place. So, going back to the example of the speaking, if you want to do speaking, still you have to niche it down even more. You can't just be speaking about everything. So, you have to be specific. Are you a motivational speaker? Are you a keynote? Are you a technical speaker? Are you a facilitator? Do you love to do workshop? So I have to know in that clarity 1 month, we have together to define which kind of speaking you want to do. So that's 1 month will take care of the clarity. And I always use the engineering metaphor because it's very close to the mind. People will remember it. It's like building, how you structure a building. If the clarity is not there, your foundation is not stable. So if the foundation is not good, the whole building will collapse. That's mean your whole business will collapse. So the first thing is the clarity. After that, you want to be a speaker, right? What is the second step? The second step is the structure of the building, the window, the door, and the wall. That's the action. The action that you need to do, not that I need to do. I'm just guiding you. I'm just a guidance. So if you come to me and you said, yeah, I'm clear to be a motivational speaker and I'm doing the action, then I ask you, which kind of action you're doing? You might tell me, oh, I'm taking classes with Brian Tracy. I've been listening to Les Brown and Tony Robinson and Renee Brown and all the other speaker, and I'm very inspired by them. Where is the action in that? That's not action. That's just paying attention to other speaker. The action is for you to really do the speak, be a speaker. And of course, I'm not going to tell you jump on the TED Talk or go and speak with Les Brown on big stages, but I will ask you to do a small bite of speaking. Be in a panel on LinkedIn, be running a workshop in your school, give back to the community for nonprofit organization, and just speak for 40 minutes. So the action is for you to be a speaker, is to speak. Then if you're done with that, the last month is the consistency, is how to scale your business, how you can go beyond making 5,000 or 4,000 in a month. The consistency is the roof. Always the roof is it protect the whole business from collapsing, right? The roof is the main things on the top. So the roof is always the consistency by you continue doing the speaking. Don't come as a client say, I spoke in one event, that's good milestone and you celebrate the rest of your life. No, if you want to be an effective speaker, you have to continue doing, and that's where is the consistency comes from.
When someone comes to you and they've got this idea, for example, like you say, they want to be a speaker, and they get partway through and they realize, well, maybe this isn't quite what I was thinking it was. How do you help them pivot and see how maybe it is what they want, but not quite in that way?
Great question. And because it's happened to me when I was a coach, my first niche was international expert, like transition expert. And the reason why, when I started a business in my first website, it was international transition expert. All my clients were international women in engineering. So I done that for 4 or 5 years. Not it didn't work. It was not skill the way how I wanted. So I pivoted to business strategists, and now I'm even coaching women in engineering, which is another niche that I'm doing because of my background. So to answer your question, if you're coming as a speaker and when you do a little bit speaking and you don't feel that spark, or your eye doesn't lit up, you come back and you said, that's one thing that I chose. It's giving me stress. I feel the pressure. That's become a side hustle, not a side haven or heaven. And that's what I call side business. It should be a haven, should be a heaven for you. Your side business should not be something that make you not sleep during the night or worried about the finance and how to fund it. Then in that case, you are not enjoying. And anything you don't enjoy, you're not going to thrive in it. It's a gem thrive. So you're finding the gem and you're thriving. So there is a joy in between. And if you don't have that joy, That's mean that's not the right niche for you.
And do you think that all the people who find, or well, if everyone has one of these gems inside of them, do you think that they all really need to be a business?
No. No. And I answered this question last week in another podcast because the lady who asked this question, she said, I know a lot of people, they have a good paycheck, but they paint very nice. They are just, you look at their piece, it's like, wow, these painting done by you, and you make 250, 300,000. You don't need to quit that job, which pay you well, to be a painter. But my call here is to bring that gem to the service, share it with others. There is a lot of artists on the world, they would love to see that talent and that paint. Not necessarily you want to sell it, but at least share it, celebrate it. Don't leave this world hiding those paint in the basement. That's sad because the world, the universe deserve to see that art from you, deserve to see that gem from you. So don't sell it, just celebrate it and share it.
I like that idea. I think it's just the idea of making the world a better place, a prettier place,
Yes,
because something you've done adds to it.
yes, and you know why it's important also because when you do that, you holding and continuing to hold your uniqueness by not being look like anybody else. So again, I'm not telling you to quit your 300,000 job, but if you're painting very nice, you are unique in that because you are a technical and you have that IQ and EQ merging together. So that's what's make each one of us unique and why we should hide it and brush it off until we leave this world. Just bring it up, celebrate it, be happy about it because that's what does make you unique.
And for someone who is maybe struggling a little bit figuring out what their gem might be, what do you suggest they do to to start figuring it out, to start uncovering that gem?
Yes, and that's not an easy process that I can tell you. Oh, I'm a smart engineer. Follow 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to find your hidden gem that you had when you were 15. Some people they intentionally sit down with themselves and they write a lot of things happen during their life. So let's say if you are in the beginning of 30 or your late 20, it's easier because you just graduate from college. But if you are a client coming to me and you are 58 or 59, you already passed that 50 doing a career. So I might not struggle. It might be more struggle for both of us to really tap on what is really inspire you, what is really make you lit up in the room and say, yeah, that's exactly what I love to do. And normally it's come also from asking a lot of deep questions. And normally we say it in coaching world, peeling the onions, like kind of like go deeper and deeper and deeper. And I ask a lot of questions like, have you done any sport? Were you doing sport in your teen? Was interesting you during the college? Were you were writing blogs? You were running party? What was that one things that make you lose the sense of timing? And when I they start talking about something else than their day job, and the whole body language changed, the whole energy of the face, their eyes start smiling, not just the mouth. The eyes start lighting up and smiling, and I was like, wait right there, you were being talking about doing something by hand. Oh yeah, I was with my husband, we love to do things table, and we create table and doors for the girls. I'm like, so you enjoy that? Yeah, but just stuff for us. But they don't realize when they were talking about that hobby or that passion, they really, really, their energy change. And that's what I know that's their hidden gem.
When you see them come alive,
Yeah.
even if they don't realize it,
Yeah, they don't see it.
that's what they're
I,
excited about.
yes,
Yeah.
I see them. They don't see the face, but I see like from being serious, the whole face lit up and they start smiling and they go on and they tell me stories about things they have done. I was like, they've been talking about this for 20 minutes, right? So that's means something really interests them. And that's exactly the example I give to most of the client. I said, when you ask an artist to paint, if you go to the basement or she go to the basement, they might stay in the basement for 4 hours. You literally have to remind them that the dinner time passed. They don't feel the time because their soul and brain playing with the brushes. They don't feel it. This is what, like you said, bring them to life. So that's exactly how you know that's their hidden talent.
So your hidden gem was probably the coaching that drew you into all of this. If you weren't doing it as a side business, would you still be doing it? Is it something that drives you, or is it something that drives you because it works as a side hustle?
Um, I'll tell you the truth. I mean, people, okay, so if you hate your job totally, you'll be like, I wish if I just retire tomorrow so I can do this like full time and make money. I'm not there yet. I don't hate my job. I love being an engineer. I love the calculation. I love the design. I love the problem solving part of the engineering mentality. And my daughter always teases me when her dad isn't away and we get something mechanical, broken or some damage in her shower or something. I try to be like the handy woman, right, or the handyman. And she looked at me. She said, "Mom, could you please, stop? Don't be like like you get this interest to solve everything should be figure outable for you. That's the engineering mentality. You want to solve issue, you want to solve problems. So it's not only solving equation and math, because the more we do it in school, it tend to be printed in our personality. So she teased me. She said, like, "Mom, call the mechanical, call someone who fix it." I said, "No, let me try." And when I succeed fixing her shower, it's like I feel like $1 million, because I'm not only the engineer who work in transit, I'm also the mom who trying to be the fixer of the shower and fix something by her hand. So I feel like I'm not there yet to hate my day job totally, and not because it's paying me well. It's just because it's my identity too. I born to be a tech woman. I born to be a woman in engineering, but on the side, I can help other younger engineer or engineer in their midlife to think outside the box, to be leaders, to be impactful, to have a purpose in life. And my IQ meeting the EQ, it helped me a lot, because you cannot be effective just having credential and degree. And I'll give you example. I've been in engineering for almost 100 years. I see a lot of engineers, right? And staff meeting, they come to the room, and with all respect, some of them, they have like the greatest LinkedIn page and resume, and their abbreviation, actually their degree is longer than their bio. They have all these credential and degree and license and all of that. And when they sit with you on those engineering meeting, they don't make any sense, because they only depends on their book smart. They were very good in school. They got the degree, they got the master, they got the PhD. With all respect to all of them, I respect all the engineers. But there's other skill you need to add in order to be effective. You need to have communication skill. You have to have active listening. You have to be a team player. You have to have an empathy at work. You can just drive your day by using your brain. The brain and heart should be working and talking with each others. So if I go to your LinkedIn and I see you are genius, and coming to a staff meeting, all you're saying complaining and whining about problem, which kind of problem solver you are, which kind of a team player you are, which kind of a team lead you are, which kind of a manager you are. Because being a leader first, you have to be a role model. No one care what you have in your LinkedIn. People care what change you can make in the room. And that's what I see in the engineering world.
Was it, this is going a little bit off topic, but was it hard for you to come into the engineering world in the United States?
When I moved to United States in 1996, I was already I had my bachelor in civil engineering and construction. So I had the bachelor, but I earned my master in uh, here in US. It's quite different. The study, the approach that they solve engineering here, it's more of, like, I don't know how to say it. Like when you are in Middle East, you are a civil engineer. You are only a civil engineer. You're only on site doing construction. It might change now after 30 years. I'm not aware, but my days when I was a civil engineer, I was only able to do construction and civil engineering. When I came to United States and I work in private sector and work in small company, big company, and now working for transit, I knew that engineer has to be having this general knowledge about other discipline. Meaning, if I'm in transit, I cannot just raise hands and say, only ask me about civil and construction. Because it's transit, I have to be aware of how they integrate all the discipline. I have to know a little bit about mechanical. I have to know a little bit about electrical. Not necessarily expert, but I should not have a question mark in my face when people ask me a question in transit. And after 30 years, I knew that I have to know about other discipline a little bit in order to be effective in meeting and solving engineering problem. So I'll not say it's different or more difficult. It's a different aspect of knowledge. Here, you have to master other things. You have to know how to talk in meeting. You have to be comfortable. Communication again, it's a big thing to be successful. You have to be willing to stay student forever. You can be holding this ego with you because you have mastered and you have 35 saying, I don't need to learn anything. No, you have to always continue willing to learn things that might not even related to your day job, but is open up other venue for you.
So going back to women who are getting close to retirement, or well, specifically women, I guess, what do you find that they're most afraid of in trying to uncover their gem? Because I'm sure that some women are scared to find out what they might have been missing all their life.
Yeah, 90% of them, they are afraid to fail, right? And my package does not have a stamp on it said you're going to succeed and make money. I'm not giving that guarantee because it's all inner job. It's all inner work from you as a client. So I'm not selling a success story just by signing up my program. You will be succeed if you follow the steps, if you follow the roadmap that I'm giving you and the guidance. Again, as a coach or a consultant, I'm not a magician. I'm just your accountability partner. I'm telling you the stuff that you don't need to waste time on it because it's from experience. I done it and it didn't work. There is some mentorship on it too because I feel bad when they pay me the money that they are insisting to do the same mistake that I done 10 years ago. So I tell them, wait a minute, I done this. It's not going to work. And the most important thing, going back to your question, what is the fear when they go retirement? They tell me, okay, I'm 57, I'm 60. If I start something, do you think with your guidance, there will be no obstacle? There will be no blocks? That's a myth. No way. We will still see those obstacles until we die. Why? Because it's life. So don't expect even me being your coach, I'm going to tell you if you take that road, it's going to be all rosy and I'm going to clap for you all the way until you finish. There will be always and will stay always failing, obstacles, blocks, and even negative, comments. When you start something, people might say, "Why are you even doing this? You're 60. Go just watch Netflix and enjoy life, and have popcorn and travel with your husband." But the question is, do you want that? Do you want to be on the couch watching Netflix and having popcorn? If the answer is yes, great. Call me. I'll just join you for a cup of tea. If that's what you want to do for the rest of your life. But a lot of women nowadays, they want to be effective. They want to have an impact. They want to be powerful. So 60 is not the end. 60 is the start. You just have to have faith on yourself, have the confidence and the commitment. You have to really devote your time and your energy in it, and there is no way you're not going to succeed.
So that sounds like another job almost. Finding your inner fortitude to be committed and work hard again once you've completed something.
It's a rebirth. It's not another job in a way it's going to stress you because you reborn. It's a rebirth. The first half, this is why we call it midlife. It's mid 50-50. So all that 50, the first session, the first half of your life, you raise kids, you were navigating, you were discovering yourself. You were an employee 9 to 5. You're raising a family, you're paying the bills. That should not be the same scenario after the second half. This is your time. This is your life. Claim it. And I'm sure you can do it if you are committed.
It sounds like the right idea. I think you mentioned the midlife isn't a crisis. It's a priceless phase, and that's the way we need to do it.
It is. It's. I see women in the 50 with trophy in their hand, and I bet you if you ask any one of those women, I'm included, I did not have this confidence in my 20 and 30. I didn't have the confidence because I didn't have the experience, not because I was not competent. The more you have experience and you master those game and you gain those black belt and what you're doing, you become competent. So when I tell my younger engineers, when I coach them at GW, they said, "How can I act and behave confident?" I said, "There is no act and behave confident. You have to gain the confidence by being competent. You have to know your numbers. You have to know your fact. And believe me, if you go to that room and you act, you are confident. It's so obvious. Anyone who's a little bit smart, they can tell you are faking it. So in order not to fake it, to really act as confident, you just have to gain the skills in order when you show up is contagious. People will see it very genuine.
Yeah. So if someone wants to find more about you, excuse me, they can go to the Gem Thrive Academy, your website. They can find it there. What else would you like them to know about you personally?
Um, well, the fun part about me, I don't know what to say. I love to be active. I eat very healthy. I'm pescatarian. I was a swimmer for a long time. I was a swimming coach back in Iraq. I do lift weight. I'm not big deal. Like I'm not at the gym. I do everything at home now. And from the testimonial and most of the people, the feedback they say about me, uh, that I leave the room. I make everyone in the room when I enter the room. I leave the room and they feel different. I'm able to add more energy and I hate to say motivation because motivation lasts very short, but I see myself like when I check back with the people who I talk with, even if they were not my client, if they were just, I was just doing pro bono hours, they tell me that they felt different when I left the room. They felt like they have a clear steps to do what's next. This is why every time when they ask me to do the vision board, and they said, "Can you tell us more about vision board?" I never call it vision board. I call it action board because vision is not enough, Jackie. I mean, I can sell you beautiful vision that does not last for long. But if I give you action board and I give you the blueprint and I tell you this is what need to be done in order to reach the other side of your best version, that's make your vision action board. So I'm fun to be with. Sometimes I'm too bold. Um, I tell my client, you will hate me the first session, but you will thank me forever.
Oh, that's great. And I think I read, or maybe you told me, you're writing a book.
Yes, I just write the introduction now and half of the chapter one. I'm very harsh on myself. Like I don't let my pen just to write my thoughts. I go back and again the engineering pop up again. I want everything to add up. But I don't think I will postpone it more than this. So I'm planning to publish it hopefully 2026.
Very nice. So, for one final thing, if you had just one message that you could give a woman who's over 50, who's afraid of change, or afraid of what the future holds, what would that message be?
My message is to go and sit down alone and write down what you really want. Exactly what you really want. Again, I am not forcing or asking everyone to have a side business. This is might not be for you. If you are 60 and you just want to enjoy, a relaxing, retirement, watching TV and travel around the world, great. don't call me. I mean, there is nothing wrong with that, right? Just be clear what you want. Don't have everything in one piece of paper all against each others. If you clear what you want, write it down and commit it to that. If you want to stay relaxed until you hit 100, great. That you might be someone who deserve that. You've been in some harsh job or military or boots on the ground. Who knows, right? So having a side business is not for everyone. And my final message is whatever it is it pitching idea, starting a restaurant, starting a business, whatever you dream about, please start now. Don't postpone anymore. Life is too short, and this you don't want to leave this world without having your footprint in it or your stamp on it.
Great. Sairan, thank you very much for being with me today. I've really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Jackie, for having me. My pleasure.
And that's it for this episode of Beyond Retirement. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Are you ready to start rocking your retirement? Head on over to www.beyondretirement.ca/rocking it and sign up to plan out your own roadmap for retirement. Don't wait till it's too late.